Hey there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. It is Saturday, Sat Chat time. Coming off of a holiday. It is Saturday. Actually, I'm recording this on Friday, on Black Friday of all days. Which I don't know. It seems like Black Friday is not that big of a thing this year, although my daughters are currently out Black Friday shopping as I'm filming this. They were hooking up this scheme last night that them and a couple of friends were going to go out and hit the stores on midnight. So in Maine, the stores couldn't be open on Thanksgiving. They've never been able to be open on Thanksgiving. So even when Black Friday started happening like 6 p.m. Thanksgiving night, it didn't happen in Maine because it's against the law here. We have blue laws that prevent certain businesses or certain size stores from being open on holidays. And for quite a while, I remember when I was a kid, like you couldn't go shopping on Sundays. Nothing was open on Sundays except for like I think like convenience stores. So anyway, they had this great plan. They were going to go out at midnight, and then come to find out none of the stores were open. And I'm sure that was, I'm sure it's because of lack of interest of people wanting to go shop that early, and also or that late, and staffing. You know, getting enough people to work at the stores. So they cooked up a new plan, and they were going out at 4:30 this morning. So I woke up about 3:30. And I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to go back to sleep knowing my kids are going to be on the road going into town and shopping. So I just got up, and I managed to doze back off around 6 this morning because I have this app that, you know, I can see where my kids are. Do you know where your children are? So once I could see they were in town at like the stores they were going to and Denny's for breakfast and stuff, I was all right. I could doze back off. Plus it was light outside, and you know, you always get worried when your kids are driving after dark because there's so many deer. And I worried a little bit less once they were in the city because there would be fewer deer running around and stuff. We're not that far out, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But still, you know, you get a little nervous as moms. Anyway, they went out to do some Black Friday shopping, and I put the news on this morning because one of the local TV channels was doing a live shot from Best Buy, and I knew that was one of the stores they were going to, and it didn't look too busy. There were like, it looked like 5 other teenagers standing in line. I didn't see my kids on TV, but there were like 5 teenagers from like Mount Desert Island on in line. I guess they interview these kids every year, kids or seniors in high school. You know, so apparently this is probably the only people that were out that early to do Black Friday shopping were teenagers. And I don't think there were any really huge deals. I don't know. I don't really follow electronics or anything. I don't tend to buy electronics because they're on sale. I buy something if something can't be repaired, I need it. You know what I mean? So it was just kind of interesting. There was no huge lines or anything like that I could see. So hopefully they're having a good time, and hopefully they'll be home soon because we are going to be getting some snow today. It is currently, it's kind of drizzly. I just got back from walking the dog, but it's supposed to turn kind of rainy, sleety, and then snowy. So I want them home before any of that weather event happens. We're only supposed to get about 2 to 5 inches in this area, and I think it's probably going to be closer to 2 because it's not really terribly cold yet, and we're closer to the coast. So, so yeah, I don't know. It shouldn't be too bad. But then Monday they're saying a storm might roll in, so who knows? It's time to hunker down. I feel kind of pale today. I think I'm going to turn down that light a little bit. That's a little bit extreme, I think. Let's see. Is that a little better? Oh, it's a little bit warmer now. Okay. So what have you been up to? Did you have a good Thanksgiving if you celebrate? I hope so. We went down to my sister's, and her and her husband put on a great spread, and it was good. It was good. It was nice. Now that I look too yellow. I look like I have jaundice. Yep, I'm messing with my lights. Better push it further away. Maybe I'll sit back here. That'll be fine. Yeah, so we had a good meal and good visiting. Got to see the family down there, and yeah, came back here. The girls actually, before we went down, they volunteered to deliver meals to veterans with a school friend of theirs, and so we were almost late to Thanksgiving dinner, but luckily we had a little bit of a range, and we did get there 8 minutes early. Well, it was a range between, my sister goes, how about 12:30 or 1? And I said, okay. I didn't give her an exact time, so at 12:30 my phone rang. I was in the car. I'm like, we're on our way, we'll be there. So yeah, we were there like at like 12 51 or something like that. This is now up in Critique Club. If you're a Critique Club member, you can find this juicy nectarine painting. And I love how this came out. This was so fun to paint. I really enjoyed it. I used my M. Graham watercolors and also some of the Schmincke granulating, I think Galaxy Black I used, and I just really love the effect. This is Hahnemühle, the collection paper. This is what the pad looks like. It's actually a block, but if you're looking in an art supply store, that's what it looks like. It's got that big orange band. I really like this paper, and I really like how this came out. So that tutorial is up in Critique Club. It's like 2 hours and 16 minutes long, but it's broken up into 10 parts, so you don't have to like sit down there for like 2.5 hours and paint, or 2.25 hours and paint. You can do the drawing step and then you can take a break, or you can do the drawing step and then go on to the putting the background wash in, because that wash has to dry. So you want to let that background wash dry naturally, so you get the granulation effect. So like you could do those 2 clips and then take a break. You need to take a break anyway because you got to let it dry. So it's kind of broken up so that you can like go at your own pace and take breaks if you need to, and fit it into your schedule. If you only have like 20 minutes here, 10 minutes there, you can do that. But I'm really happy with the way it came out. There was a time lapse of that on my YouTube channel if you want to see the time lapse. But in Critique Club, you'll get the full length instruction, also access to like 70 long tutorials and monthly prompts. Actually, I'm filming the December prompt after I'm done filming Sat Chat. And then I'm going to film the scan and cut video that I promised you guys during the live stream this week when we made all of our cards. I'll put a link to Critique Club. Also, last couple days to enjoy the 50% off sale from my words, friends, words. 50% off my hand-painted holiday course. I just added a bunch of new projects to it this year, and the sale is good to the end of the month, so I'll put that coupon code in the video description as well. So all that information will be there if you've been thinking about it. But anyway, I did a live stream this week where we did Christmas cards. We did some of the cute deer cards here, and we did a bunch of tags, which are, I've got them all organized. I'm getting all my cards and tags and stuff together that I've made over the year, so that we can actually get our Christmas cards mailed out. Do you remember last year? I don't know if you guys are new here, you might not remember this, but last year I did a, I should probably warn any of you new people that are watching this that have never seen a video on my channel before. This is just a chit chat video I do every week. So it's not a tutorial or anything. It's just kind of random chit chat. So last year I redid my, I don't even see it, I don't know where, I put it here. I redid my address book, and I gel printed all of the, headers, all of the, like the dividers, page dividers and stuff, and I put beautiful rainbow colored inserts in there. I stamped some beautiful inserts so that I have these pretty pages, and I have yet to write any of the addresses in it. So, you know, I have like a letter, like dividing the whole thing. I had this since like high school. I love this address book, but it was such a mess and it was so out of date. So that's something I should do this weekend. Put all the addresses in here so I can address my Christmas cards. It's kind of gross, kind of dusty. So I've got a stack of the old cards that I took out of there, and plus like envelopes that I've saved from like, you know, getting a Christmas card. If I didn't have somebody's address or their address changed, save the envelope so I can update it. So I really need to do that. I don't like to write things, you know. I also really don't like to type things either. So kind of between a rock and a hard place there. I'm just going to write everything out by hand. But it's just one of those tedious chores that I don't feel like doing. Yeah. Oh, so speaking about Black Friday, I thought about doing a list of sales, because I kept getting all these emails, Black Friday deals from all these like art and craft companies that I subscribe to their, you know, email list, or I bought things before, so you get on their email list because you purchased something in the past. But I was looking at them all and I really didn't see any fantastic deals. So I really stand behind the video I did with all the artist recommendations, because those are all priced fairly to begin with, and a lot of the stuff I've been seeing in the flyers, like they've literally marked up the price to mark it down, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not giving you any publicity for that. Although I did see Blick had Derwent Coloursoft and Derwent Derwent Inktense and Coloursoft pencils half off. But other than that, I didn't see a lot of deals, and in fact, I saw they've upped the prices on a lot of products. So I was just thinking that art supplies haven't really been subject to the inflationary stuff yet, but now maybe they are. At least at some of the, you know, art and supply retailers, or maybe they're just doing it for Black Friday so they can give big discounts or make it appear like they're giving big discounts. But anyway, yeah, I stand behind my my original gift guide because I knew everything was priced fairly when I recommended it. Hopefully my kids are finding some deals. I gotta get on the stick. I've got to get some Christmas shopping done. I've got some done, but not much. And I have to get the my scrapbook calendar I make for my mom done. And I think I'm going to print my own photos. I was kind of going back and forth, like, do I just like upload a bunch to like Walgreens and have them print them, or do I want to print them myself? And I think I want to print them myself because then I won't have a bunch of extra photos going to waste. I can print out exactly what I need, the sizes I need and stuff. So it might take a little extra time, but I don't have to print them all at once. I could print a few pages worth and then scrapbook those pages and then do a few more. So I did find something kind of cute though that I ordered on impulse, which is so silly. But I ordered it for the palette, and I think you'll see why. It actually came very well packaged. This is it. So I saw this on Amazon, and I was like, you know, that's a really great palette. I pretty much figured the paint in it is going to be garbage, but I just thought, you know, for a folding palette, it actually comes with a water brush and a just a flat brush, probably for like agitating the paints, because I'm sure they're just chalky, you know, chalky yucky paints. But I really like this because if you had tube paints, first of all, you've got fairly decent sized wells in here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wells here on the clear side. I would probably actually close this up and spray paint this white so that, or, you know, I could tape a piece of white paper behind it or put it on white paper so I'd have the white for mixing, because clear is kind of hard because you're going to see whatever is underneath. And I kind of wish the bottom of this was white, but this is mint. It's not that strong. But I'm like, if you had a set of 2 watercolors, you could do a warm color wheel, you could do a cool color wheel, you could do a neutral color wheel, so you could do 3 sets of, you know, you could arrange your colors, cool colors, warm colors, neutral colors, and then any oddballs you could put up there, and then you've got room for more. That's going to hold a lot of paint. So that's 24 just on the square wells. And then how many is each of these? That's 7, 8. So, and then 8 of each of the color wheels here. So like in the middles, you could even do like a neutral. You could do like a cool, like a warm gray and a cool gray, or a warm black and a cool black. Probably gray wouldn't really make much sense in watercolor. So I thought it was kind of cool. The only downside to this, it was like a little bit of there was a scratch here, like maybe a little bit of it doesn't even feel like when I kind of, well, yeah, I guess a little crack here. It must have got a little like stress fracture there. But it seems really sturdy and pretty well made. I'm not going to return it because you know what happens when you return something to Amazon, they're just going to pitch it. So this is fine. This is going to work just as well either way. But it was like, I think it was $6.99, so like $7. I thought for the palette it was worth that, and then the paint is probably yuck. But you know what I might do? I might just use that cheap paint to make up a bunch of wrapping paper for Christmas, because I have a bunch of just plain white paper. So I might just use it up for that for fun. And then I won't feel so bad scraping out the rest of it and then putting good paints in it. And of course, I don't really know what paint I would want to put in this because I feel like most of my paint is in palettes. So yes, completely silly, but I thought that palette was so cool. Looking like it reminds me a lot of the palette that I have my my art whale paints in. And you know what? I bet I could put half pans or full pans down this this gully too if I wanted to have more more paint. And honestly, I like palettes where I store all my paint on one side. I don't like the folding palettes as much to have paint on both sides, just because, well, I really like M. Graham paint, and that travels, and so does Sennelier. And so, you know, I'd have to be kind of picky about what paint I put in there. But I'm going to show you this palette here. It's actually a Royal Night palette, which I think costs about $7 empty. And it's a great palette. It's a good deal. But I really like this because all your wells are on one side. So it's a folding palette. It's just mixing space up here. And I can put half pans. I can put a bunch of half pans, and it's thick enough that I can close it and I can have the half pans or extra full pans in there. Now, if I compare, I think these were about, yeah, this one's actually a touch thicker. So, because I really like this palette and I can't seem to find this one, locally, and I found it on Amazon, but it's like, it's not that easy to find. I think it comes directly from Royal Nightingale. But anyway, I thought this would be a nice substitution, and plus I just love the little color wheel formats, and because a lot of times when I'm reviewing paints, I like to take the warm colors and the cool colors and color mix them, and make little like color wheels to see just the variety of just different tones. And then I also like taking earthy primaries like yellow ochre and English red and indigo, and like using them, because then you have really gritty, earthy, moody palettes. Just a different way to use your paints. And I keep telling myself that, you know, I'm gonna use palettes up. I'm going to use all the paints out of them, and then I'm going to, you know, finally get to the point where I'm just into one palette again. Well, my M. Graham palette be like consolidated back down to one palette. That's not going to happen, I don't think, because I just like using different brands too much, I think. Oh, let me look at my list. I actually had things to talk about. I had topics, friends. I had topics. Oh, so this is interesting. Did you see on the news this week that Dollar Tree is raising their prices to $1.25 a piece, like per item? And there, people have been up in arms. I've seen it on Facebook, because like that's how I saw the article. It was actually no, I saw it on YouTube. Somebody had posted it on their community tab. I think it was like Now This is a channel, and they do like videos. I think this is the channel that does the videos, Let's Try with Lucy or Let's Live with Lucy or something, where she did this series of videos where like she would go a week without buying anything, or go a week without using a certain product. It's kind of like environmental. I'm thinking that might not be the right channel. Now that I think about it, I don't know. It's kind of like a more environmentalist type channel. And I was thinking about that, and first of all, I'm kind of like wondering, how have they not raised their prices yet? Because Dollar Tree has always been $1, and they're still selling a lot of the same stuff. So it's kind of like, I don't know how they've been able to sell a lot of this stuff for $1. Some stuff I can totally understand they can sell for $1, like sticker sheets and you know, plastic crappy toys, which I don't buy because they break. Even when my kids were little, you know, I shied away from most of those, because unless it looked like something that wasn't going to break. But like, you know, silk flowers and, you know, gosh, what do they sell? Like coffee mugs, things like that is like for $1. That's kind of crazy that they can sell these things for $1. So I'm kind of surprised that they haven't gone up. And I would think they would have to go up in price, or they're going to have nothing but the really cheap, crappy toys and stuff that, you know, that I avoid when I go in there. If I'm going to the Dollar Tree, I'm usually going in for like cleaning products, or because like really like I use Comet. Now Comet is $1.19 at the grocery store, and it's $1 at Dollar Tree, so it'll be $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. So it's not really that big of a difference, but or like I'll get the Awesome Cleaner. I like the Awesome Cleaner a lot, which I've noticed they changed the sprayer on that from like the good trigger sprayer to this wimpy little like push button sprayer that is awful. So it's like if paying an extra quarter means you got a decent sprayer on that, or they can offer better products, then I'm all for it. You know, because we need less disposable junk. We need stuff that's actually going to last when we buy it. We need products that are going to be decent. We don't want just, you know, keep it $1 but have everything watered down. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure a lot of the products are watered down. I don't buy too many of the things, but like I'll get the Oxy Clean powder stuff there, and I'll get the Awesome Clean and the Comet. I try to keep very natural with my cleaning, so I use a lot of vinegar and stuff like that. But I thought that was interesting. So you can let me know what you think about that down below. Are you upset about it? Now, the thing that would make me upset about it is if like because a lot of people rely on the Dollar Trees for doing groceries and things like that, especially when you're in communities where there's not a grocery store nearby, and it's in a community where it's within walking distance of like low-income housing and things like that. So I mean, that would be a little upsetting, but then again, I wouldn't want them to be, you know, because they're gonna make up that money. They're either gonna make the product smaller or lower quality, or they're going to have to increase the prices. So yeah, I mean, that would be my only upset, that if it would be harming disadvantaged communities that don't have other options. But I thought it was interesting. I hope it means that they can carry better quality products, because I mean, if they can do what they do with $1 price point, what can they do if you give them 25% more? I'm hoping they'll be 25% better things in some situations. I get storage stuff there, like like these baskets here. Right here, these baskets, they nest together. I use these a lot for storage because I'll stack them all up, and then when I'm pulling projects together, I can show you this stack here. And they have these in different iterations all the time. Like I have 3 of them stacked up here. So these are all things that need to go back into the room of hoard. And when I'm pulling stuff for a project, I grab a basket, I get all my things I need for that project, and I bring them in here. And I was doing a bunch of projects this week, so I had a bunch of baskets going. And then when I'm all done, I pack everything up and I go take it back, put it away, and then I have those baskets ready to go for my next projects. So stuff like that works really well. These are letter tray size. And they're pretty sturdy. They're not brittle. I've had some of these baskets for like 5 or 6 years, and none of them have cracked or broken. They have a nice flex to them. So I don't buy that stuff just to be disposable. So, you know, yeah, I want them to be able to offer good products, and, you know, hopefully pay their employees a little bit better. So we'll see. Oh, what else did I have written down? Look at that, man. Today is just flying. Today is flying. I've got all this energy from all the carbs from my Thanksgiving dinner. They're still in there. They're still hanging on. I know it's kind of like grubby, but I'm like, you know what? I've got stuff to do. I got stuff to do today. I'm not here to win a beauty contest. You know, I did fix my hair, but it's still a little flat. I think it's because it's so rainy. Oh, I've got a movie recommendation for you, and I just watched this last weekend, and the movie is called Queen Pins, and it's streaming on Showtime, and it might be on other services. I'm not sure, because it was one of those. It was released. I think it was released a few months ago, but I don't know if it didn't come into theaters around here. But anyway, the neat thing about this movie is that the person that wrote and directed it, I went to college with. And actually, I worked at a low-budget TV station with this guy. His name is Aaron Gaudette. And him and his wife, Jita, wrote and directed this movie. It stars, oh gosh, I'm blanking, Kristen Bell from The Good Place. And I might be saying her name wrong. Because sometimes I just have a complete, like, you know, moment. I'm like, oh, memory, what is that? What is life? And Vince Vaughn is in it, and there's other actors that you would know, but I'm terrible with faces. I'm terrible with famous people's names. But anyway, it's really light. It's really fun. It's about this counterfeiting coupon ring. It's funny. It's light. It's really enjoyable. You're really going to root for the characters the whole way through. And it's got that guy from Community, I think. That show, Community. I don't really care for that show, to be honest. But it's got one of the actors from that, I believe, on there. Kind of the I've seen a few episodes of it. I think he's kind of like the suave guy. Is popular? I don't know. The good-looking tall guy. Anyway, he's in that movie too. But it's really funny, and it's kind of cool that somebody that I know, that like small town kid, you know, has made a Hollywood movie. I just think that's so awesome, and it's good. It's a good movie too. It's his 3rd film. His first film was about the troop greeters in Bangor, Maine, because his mom was a troop greeter, and that's a documentary called The Way We Get By. And I think it was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is or not, but I highly recommend that as well. That was his first film, and then he did a movie about the up in Aroostook County, Maine, about drugs up there, and that was good too. That was dramatized though, but it was really well done. It was you know, not light and funny like Queen Pins, but you know, just obviously the potential was there, and I'm just so proud of him. That's like, it's so cool when somebody that like you went to school with does something awesome, and so I'm super proud. And I just say watch that movie, Queen Pins, starring Kristen Bell, I think. It's really good. It's on Showtime streaming. It might be on other services. You might be able to rent it. But yeah, I would totally love for that movie to just get tons of streams and be really popular. And then because I think his art should be in the world, and it would be cool to see more movies from them. So there is that. And what else do we have to chit chat about? So I'm going to record that scan and cut video today. I'm hoping to record also the mason jar video that we talked about during the live stream this week. I asked you guys if you thought that would be a good tutorial to do, or if it was just too lame, but people liked it. They want to see a video, so I'm planning on recording that. And yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to plan on getting done today, hopefully. My husband has a short day today. He just needs to go and do his air shift, and then he's going to be coming home, and I imagine the girls will be home from shopping pretty soon. They'll probably sleep the rest of the day. We got some plans this weekend to go have dinner at a friend's house tomorrow night. And Sunday we might go, the kids are going to go, Jason and I are deciding whether we're going to go or not, but they're doing in Freeport, they're doing the Festival of Lights. So that might be kind of fun to go check out. Hopefully there won't be any bad weather. Hopefully the weather will be good and everyone can go. But yeah, it'll be kind of something kind of fun and festive. I'm trying to be more social because I feel like I've just turned into such a hermit lately that I'm trying to say yes to more social activities that I would ordinarily be like, oh, I don't know, I gotta check my schedule. Plans, oh, I don't know if I want to make plans. You know, and it's like, Lindsay, you got one life here. You really ought to be getting out more. So that's my plan for the rest of the day and weekend. And I also want to get the porch decorated. I got my ribbon. Actually, I'm using the rest of the plaid ribbon from last year's awful plaid ribbon situation. It's actually really pretty on the mason jar projects. It just was not pretty on my porch because when you're standing far at a distance and you're looking at red and green plaid ribbon, it just looks like brown yuck. So I got some red velvet ribbon this year, and excited to get the porch decorated. Yesterday would have been the ideal day to do it. It was 50 degrees out and sunny and beautiful, but of course we were traveling for Thanksgiving. But I want to get the porch decorated because that's always nice and festive, and I love having the outdoor decorations up because there's no indoor clutter. I kind of like to wait a little bit to get the inside of the house decorated just because it feels, once the tree is up, it just feels so congested. And we still have fall decorations up. Our mantle is still like fall time. I did an Instagram story, an Instagram thingy, a reel. So if you go on Instagram and you scroll back a bit, you can see my fall mantle setup if you're curious. I don't know if it's anything to write home about, but it's pretty, I think. It's nothing fancy. I'm not fancy. That's the thing. Like, people are like, oh, you should do a video on your porch or do a video on this or that. It's like, listen, there are a lot of people out there on YouTube that do remodeling videos and home decor videos and stuff like that, and you need to be super impressive and kind of have like a McMansion, I feel like, to put anything out there on YouTube, or you are just going to get so much hate and trolling from all the people that want to see these gorgeous, you know, decorated mansions. And it's like, I don't want to put myself out there and have people crap all over me. So, you know, it's like I have very, you know, simple, normal tastes with that sort of thing. And and I deal with enough criticism in my art channel. I don't need to deal with it in home decor as well. But I am excited to get it decorated and kind of enjoy the twinkly lights and all of that jazz. But that's pretty much it. I don't think I have anything I haven't discussed that I want to. Yeah, I got everything. So I will have the links to Critique Club for that peach lesson and the hand-painted holiday for the 50% off sale. And if you're interested in either of those things, you can check it out in the link below. And I'll also link up that palette in case anybody's interested about that too. Like, I haven't tried the paint. I have no idea. It's probably junk. I'm assuming the paint is crap for that price, but the palette is really great. I wish it didn't have that little crack in it, but it's not gonna, once you put paint in it, you won't even see it, so I'm not worried about it. And with that, I will bid you adieu. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you are enjoying the sights and sounds of the holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate, and we will see you tomorrow with a scan and cut video, hopefully. Till next time, happy crafting. Bye!